Hi guys. So this is my design team project. Oh, bless you, my dog sneezed. For Release the Craftin, Priscilla's design team. It's made with her, I hope I'm saying this right, Quietude Reflections for Writers Creative Printable Journal Kit. It it made me think of people writing correspondence back and forth to each other. Particularly, I was thinking about in the 40s, in the war, when sweethearts were forced to go away from each other and they corresponded back and forth via mail, not knowing if they were going to see each other again. Anyway, this all had me thinking, and so that's basically the theme of my journal. This is a very personal journal for me because this lady here and this man are my daughter's grandparents on her dad's side, and I literally got this picture 4 days before this lovely lady passed away, and she was a favorite person of mine. My world won't be the same without her. Sweet, kind, lovable, even though Carly's dad and I are not together anymore. Always my family. So anyway, this picture was taken on the day that they got engaged in the 40s. It was a Valentine's Day, I believe. And this is just a copy. I kept the original. And that is my cover. So, oh, also this cover, I think Kim sent me this in some happy mail. I don't know. I get so much stuff from people and it's beautiful, but I think Kim gave it to me, so thank you, Kim. Anyway, let's open up and look inside. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit, I think. So this is what it looks like inside. And basically my storyline for this was two couples who had to be separated because of the war. And it's based on the fact that my daughter had gotten this antique brooch pin that was a watch. I think I told this story before. We feel like there's a spirit attached to it. It was a sweetheart watch. We're not sure if the person who sent it or received it did not get back together. Someone passed, but there's definitely something going on with the watch. Anyway, that was what made me think of this. So, first page, I made some tags of the couples. In my mind, these are the couples. And this one actually is a photograph that says the sweetest little girl in the USA and me the first day we started going together, our first kiss, which I thought was very cool. This is a page in the back behind the pocket from Priscilla's kit. This is another page from her kit. It's another photograph I found on Pinterest. This is just some ephemera from my stash. So the story to me was that these two couples met and were dating, and then of course the war started and they were, you know, in love. And this is just a flip, and the back is actually some of Priscilla's kit. This is a fabric pocket. I just made a tag to go in it. And then this is the tag for the other side. This is another picture of the couples in love. Here's some more Priscilla's kit. And here's some more pictures of my imagined couples. So the couples decided, one couple decided that they were going to get married before he left for the service. So here is a picture of their wedding. She always dreamed of a big fancy wedding, which unfortunately she did not get before he left. And here are a few of the correspondence that they sent each other. And this is just a journaling card. And these are actual letters that I found on Pinterest from sweethearts in the war to each other. And then this is a tuck made out of a picture of when they had to say goodbye to each other. And this is called V-mail. This is what they actually sent to one another during the war. This is obviously a reproduction off of Pinterest. And here's another love letter that starts out, "My darling sweet wife." So some ephemera for you. Some more of the kit. Some book page. Just a picture from Pinterest of a couple of the time period in uniform kissing. And then, I don't know if you're aware of the history of it, but women were, took up the men's jobs that they left behind because they needed people to do things in factories. Prior to this, most women did not work outside of the home, except for maybe teachers, nurses, little, you know, what was known as women's jobs. So at this point in time, women stepped out and came into their own and started doing the jobs that they left behind, that the men had left behind. So the girls got jobs in factories. This is an envelope. This is just some more V-mail. This is a blank one. This is what they would have looked like at the time. Put that in later. This is an actual card from the time period that I had in my stash. I just made, you know, like a little tuck that attaches on the side of the page. This page folds out. And here's a little collage I did on the back with a picture of the couple, one of the couples. Some more Priscilla's kit. And one of the young men went to the Navy, and here is the sweetheart pin that he sent his true love. Has a little anchor on the emblem. And one went to the Army, and here is the sweetheart pin that he sent his true love. And then this is, again, another picture from Pinterest, but it's been signed by the two people, which I think is very cute. Here's another tag I made out of some of that V-mail. Here's a fabric flip, which seems to have gotten sewn into the center of the signature, so I'll have to trim that thread right there when I'm done. And then here's another V-mail postcard. Room for journaling on the back. So the ladies, here's another sweetheart pin. The ladies decided this is one of their days out. They were gonna do some V-mail, keep him posted, and they were told to make it short, make it cheerful. This is a glassine envelope. He used as a tuck. This is also another page from Priscilla's kit. More pages from Priscilla's kit. This is book page. This is an envelope I made. I don't think I put anything in it. Just a little, you know, extra stuff. Here's a picture of one of the ladies working at her job, doing the job he left behind. Here's the other lady. She's doing some welding. Here's another page from Priscilla's kit. There's another page from Priscilla's kit. This was not made with Priscilla's kit, but it is something that I felt went with a theme. It's something I had made already. And so I'll just show you what it is. I had a large space in between my signatures, so I thought it needed something in there. This is made out of envelopes. And lots of pockets and places for tags and tucks, and just something I put together. And this is a pocket, and there's some tags in here. I just felt like it went with the theme, so that was in the center of the signature. Then here's another piece of Priscilla's kit. Oh, and the ladies would send kisses to their soldiers. They would kiss their letters and send kisses to soldiers. There's actually a Life magazine spread on kisses to soldiers, and they would feature the ladies and what their kisses look like. And then this is just a tag made with some of Priscilla's kit. I have a little anchor here for the guy who was in the Navy, so I assumed this was his girlfriend sending, or his wife sending him kisses. Here is a tag that shows all the different ways women could be in the armed service at the time. It's all the women in uniform. Here's some additional kisses. Love letters that I found on Pinterest from the war. This is a page from the Sears and Roebuck catalog of that time period. Oh, my dog is digging in the couch. Mister, stop. This is part of Priscilla's kit. Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry, he was getting a little crazy. Here's some ledger. This is a swing tag of one of the girls in uniform. The girls decided to then go and be part of the armed services, like nurses or secretaries, or there were certain things that women could do in the service. This actually says somewhere in Australia, November 1942. This is a button from a uniform of the time. It's authentic, and it is vintage. This says courage on it. It's just a tag attached to a piece of book page. Here is when they actually got to see each other on R&R, and this is a wax stamp that says true love. And here's another tag I made for journaling. Here's some more pictures of when they were able to see each other. And when they returned from the war. Actually, luckily they both made it back. Here is some more Priscilla's kit. More Priscilla's kit. Here's when they made it back from the service. This tuck. And there's a little charm here that says, I love you to the moon and back. And during the time they were separated, part of the things they would always write in their letters were, when I said I love you, it meant forever, just in case one of them didn't make it back. Here's a time card. The girls no longer had to work in the factories, so they no longer had to be in the service. That's a memento of that time. And the girl finally got her large wedding when her man came home from the service. And here's a picture of their wedding. The two couples continued to be friends. This is just an envelope tuck. This is just a little collage. Here's a picture of people dancing in the 40s. Little book page I tucked in there. Here's a tuck picture of one of the couples snuggling. There's a couple on a picnic. This is a vintage tea card, and these are vintage green stamps and actual postage stamps. Here's a piece of Priscilla's kit. Here is some more of that vintage Sears catalog of the time period. That's authentic. Here's some more pictures of the couples goofing around when they're home and safe and happy. And then on the very last page, it's a picture. You can choose which couple it is, the Army or the Navy. And it's two old folks, and it said, "When I said forever, I meant it." And it's a pocket, and there's just a little few tags in it. And that's the end of my journal. And as I said, this journal has sentimental value to me because, you know, it reminds me of Kate and Vince and their love story and how they, you know, loved through the years. And as I said, my former mother-in-law passed away about 4 days after I made this book, and she was 93. She had a beautiful life, and she was an amazing person, and she was feisty and funny and brilliant up to the very last day. And this is an homage to her. So this is my design team project for Release the Craftin for March. And I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you thought of the theme. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.